All right, it's time to go.
Engine powering up.
Down into the depths. We're getting shoved around by a reef back right now, but that's okay. All right, so we are headed for, let's bring the old boat about here, the Blood Kelp Trench, just to ensure lack of confusion. Let's just turn everything off except Cyclops, Rocinante 2, Blood Kelp Trench, and possibly Cove Tree. Okay, let's pilot the sub. There's the old Cove Tree over here. Blood Kelp Trench. It's getting late in the day. We're soon going to be so deep that it doesn't matter, so don't worry about it too much. Just kind of navigate over toward the trench. Turn on the camera. Dive, dive, dive. Again, you know, if you're curious where the trench is, I guess I can show you that. The start of the trench is approximately... We turn on the origin. We are approximately 600 meters southwest of the origin. That's the coral tube sticking up out of the water nearest the aurora. So about 600 meters or so southwest of the origin, you will find this big crack in the ground near the red grass plateau. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna sleep so we get daylight here, and you can see where we're at. That'll be better, won't it? Yep, it sure will. Okay. All right, so if you're coming from the origin, you want to turn. Again, I don't think I was very clear about this. All right, so we're headed from the origin approximately west-southwest, kind of. About 600 meters from the origin point. You're going to be going over this red grass area with these little floating rocks. Again, you can find this pretty early in the game, but early you won't be able to dive so deep. And you find this massive crack. Again, you see the red grass there on the ground. You find this massive crack. Turn and go into it. This is the Blood Kelp Trench. And this is one way into the Lost River. It will behoove you to turn on the keel cam. You can see the blood kelp down there. And just kind of ease yourself. Just go out along the top of the trench here. No need trying to dive down through that. Till you get far out here, you know. And then just kind of dive on down. Being careful not to bang the boat against the wall. And you get the spooky music, and you know you're in the right spot. Just come on down through here. And there you go. There's just some blood kelp. Just again, be cautious, be aware of your surroundings. If you want to turn on the sonar, that might not be a bad move, because it is mega dark down here. Now, one thing, you do want to watch out for the amp eels. They can cause you trouble. Now, we've already been down into the Lost River, of course, so we know where the Cove Tree is. Now, I don't remember exactly how to navigate this region to get into the Lost River. So I've turned on the indicator for the Cove Tree, and hoping that maybe if we go in that general direction, we might find the way in. Yeah, this place is pretty spooky, isn't it? Anyhow, let's come about and sort of go this way. The ampiel can give you trouble. If you look here, yeah, there you go. He is the kind of creature that can attack you. So let's just shut off the engine. You see, and he becomes immediately disinterested. Did we get any damage from that? No. So we're good.
Engine powering up.
So let's power the engine back up. I'm going to select to head slow here because there's a lower noise amount. Maybe we can slip on by, or maybe not. Turn on the shield and the sonar, even though it really sucks the power. We got a wall here, but there's a way to go this way. Yeah, we're sucking down the juice, but we have extra power cells, so it's not a problem. Plus, we have a base at the Cove Tree, don't forget. So we can recharge down there. He's gone, so turn off the shield to save some power. Okay, so this is definitely a chasmy area. This may not be the way to go. I'm just now that's interesting. Okay, I'm going to turn off the sonar. Turn on the camera. See, we got a deep hole here. I'm wondering. Let's kind of get ourselves lined up with this trench right here. See what that yields. I mean, you can always get out and swim around and scout this out. I'm going to save it. So you see, this goes really, really deep. This is a fairly generous spot here where you can just line the Cyclops up with the trench and lay it on down, you know? Yeah, we're good. Man, it's dark down here. It's a little tight right there, but we're still okay. So the question is, the Cove Tree is there, so where is the entrance? Let's just go straight down, keep diving. Okay, we're getting close to the bottom here. Now, we're looking at a brine pool right here, so I think we're in the right spot. Remember, the brine pools will lead you to the Lost River. There's an ampiel over there. So over here is, somewhere here is the way to go. It's just so dark. The move here, I think, is the sonar. Down that way. Like around this corner, maybe? Yeah. So this is going to be tight, but we're going to spin around this way. Just watch the hind end of the boat. You don't want to bang the screw against the wall. Yeah, I think maybe this is the way to go. Yep, check the conning tower. We're going to run out of power in the power cells using the sonar so much, but that's okay. We have more power cells. Yep, we're going in the right direction, looks like. This is a little tight. This is much tighter than the weigh-in that we were using. I don't think we need the sonar here. We'll attempt this with just the camera views. We'll just climb a little bit here. You got some headroom, so take advantage of it. There's a very sick crab squid up here. But if he hasn't despawned, that is. I don't see him. I saw him before. You probably saw him as well, but maybe he despawned or skedaddled or something. I don't know. But here we are. We're back in the Lost River. Oh, there he is. I think maybe... Ah, God, he's pushing us. Okay. Something's pushing us. What are we on? What are we like? It's him. Yeah. We're gonna go this way. Just kind of shove your way past him. He's not a major concern. You know, our mark for the Cove Tree is right there, so... Remember when we were down there and we saw a path that was like up a bunch of waterfalls? And I said, I don't think we really want to go that way. I think that's the wrong way, which at the time it was the wrong way. But I think that's the way we're coming in now. Yep, it definitely is. That's the way we're entering. Now, is that something new we could scan? Maybe, but I'd sure like him to go away. Maybe if we power off the engine, he'll just leave. No, he's just going to be a pain in the butt. Maybe he'll go after that. There's the decoy. Is the decoy just going to sit here? Okay, well, oh, maybe because we weren't moving. Well, I'll tell you what. You know what? I want to get out. I want to get out and check that. I want to scan that weird blue thing, so I'm going to risk it. This, yeah, this is the thing we should scan. Brine lily. Brine lily. These lily-like plants have evolved to take advantage of the relative density of the acidic brine pools encountered near the ocean floor to float safely on the surface. Tendril-like roots extend down into the brine, drawing essential salts and minerals from the water. And I kind of doubt we can get a sample of this, but... Given the very specialized, you know, location. Oh, look at you. Yeah, I see ya. Let's just go. Quit screwing around. Yeah, he's upset. He's upset. Let's just go on. Crab squid are not that big of a deal. We're going to need extensive camera work to get through here, so just mind that. Don't let the crab squid stress you out. Now, here's a place. This is tight. Notice we can't dive very deep here. We also can't raise ourselves up. So you actually have to, I think, go this way. In any case, you have to bring yourself alongside this long area here where the Cyclops can fit, and that you can then set it down. That's going to be a theme going into the next area as well, where we're going to have to come about to one side or the other, dive, and then come about again. So just be aware that there are some pretty tight maneuvers you're going to have to do. But you got to get your Cyclops down here, because once you pass 900 meters, the sea moth can't go that deep. Okay. I don't even remember where we're at now. There's the big bones, so we need to go this way. Remember, there's a ghost Leviathan down here. Juvenile. But yeah, you got to get the Cyclops down here. I mean, I guess theoretically you could just come down with the prawn suit, but that would be a massive pain in the butt. I just don't find that. I don't find walking all this way to be fun. It might be funner than I think it is, but what was that? Okay, anyway, watch these little spires here. Gonna go between them. We've been here before. You may remember that sandstone there. I'm just going to shoot right through here. And after you do this a while, you'll kind of get a feel for where you're at in space. And you won't have to rely on the camera quite as much. You just kind of get a feel. And, if you make a mistake and you bang against something, it's not the end of the world, because remember, the Cyclops is real tough. I mean, you shouldn't just be reckless with it, but it can take quite a beating, as I think you've seen in this playthrough so far. So we're approaching the chamber with the sea dragon skeleton in it. That's it, laying right there. Just for reference. Matter of fact, I think we can probably... We may be able to drive this thing right on in. I don't know. It's... The HUD is actually so distracting that I find the camera is just way easier to use. Now you have to be careful here, okay? See, you got a low ceiling and a high floor. So go through this little gap right here and then turn back to port, and you'll be at the Cove Tree and our base, where we can recharge our power cells and do all kinds of fun stuff. Let's do it. What are we hitting? Probably just fish. Okay. The base is over there. 23%. Yep, none too soon. We're getting to that power cell charger. Again, just be careful around these ghost rays. I don't like to ram into things I don't have to ram into, you know. Again, the floor of this room is lower than 900 meters, so your Seamoth can't go down there. Nor can your Cyclops or prawn suit without upgrades. So keep that in mind. I'm going to head over toward the base. And we'll do some power cell charging, etc. As long as you have one power cell in, you'll have lights and stuff. But if you take this one out, you've just removed all the power from the Cyclops. So keep that in mind. Always leave one power cell in if you can. Alright, so let's go to the base. Let's go to the base. Let's go to the base.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Well, thank you. It's good to be back. It's been a while. That'd be a bad idea to build multiples of these. It might take forever. So it might be a little excessive, but I've put 3 power cell chargers here since we need 6 power cells to be charged for the Cyclops. You can see this is a pretty heavy power drain, but we do have a lot of power going into our base here. So I've put these here, and looks like that's going to work out pretty well. Now, I'm also going to put a modification station down here for convenience, as well as a battery charger. And we're going to do nuclear. We are going to go nuclear here in just a few minutes. So when I get back with you, we will be doing that. So I'll see you in just a minute. All right, it's time to build the reactor. Now, one thing you're going to want to keep in mind about this is it's loud. It makes a lot of noise. So you want it, where that's not going to bother you. Maybe out here somewhere. Yeah, let's go out. See how that looks. Let's just go up and see. I think that's fine. It goes out that way. We probably... in fact, we can do better than that. Let's do this from outside. We can kind of hug the terrain here, can't we? So let's deconstruct this. Deconstruct this. Deconstruct this. Now, we can go this way. Right? It's a big thermal vent here. Again, nuclear is not necessary here. We have all the thermal we could ever need, but I just want to do it to do it. You know what I mean? I've never done it. Other than in creative, just to see, how noisy it is and whatnot. I got an idea. Hold the phone. Let's put a glass tube right here. Because we can see the cove tree. Yeah. And let's put a window here too. On the other side, let's reinforce it. Keep that base strength up, And we need to curve back the other way now, it seems. I just like to, keep the base on this side away from the central pool as much as possible. Right here is good. All right, good. Good. Do I have enough glass to make another window? I don't. We'll consider that. Also need a more convenient hatch. We'll get to that when we get to that. Okay, so this way. Yeah, this is cool, right? You got a window here. You could do all glass, but that would take quite a bit of strength away. Okay, so let's plop a reactor right in the middle of this room. What do you say? Where do we want the panel? Do we want it immediately facing us or facing back there? I don't know. And that seems to make more sense.
Exercise caution when handling radioactive materials. Exposure risks corrupting your PDA's recording of the circumstances of your death.
Good to know. Now, I don't think you need the radiation suit, but I'm gonna save. Let's install our rods. Now notice total potential power has gone way up to 3250. Holy crap. Let's throw them in. 4 rods. And you can hear it kind of thrumming away. Yeah, that's why I think it's a good idea if you do one of these to put it away from where you're at. Or where you're going to sleep or where you're going to hang out most of the time. Now you're going to need a nuclear waste disposal. Wouldn't it be handy to just have it right here? Let's see, that's the front of it. Immediately adjacent to the reactor. How about that? That way, when the rods are spent, you can just throw them in there. And you can check. I was thinking you could check the degradation of the rods, but apparently not. Anyway, we are producing power like a mother humper now. What does that say? I can't read it. Okay, so now we don't have to worry about draining the power out of this base like ever. It's very good. Okay, our batteries are charged. Let's get them. Our cells are charged. Let's get them. And we are in business. Let's go ahead and charge up this little battery here. Yeah. We're in good shape, people. Nice. Now, what else might we want to do here? I know one thing we want to do is we want to unpin the blueprints. Yeah.
Exercise caution.
We're aware. Okay. Now we're in good shape. One thing we don't have down here is a trash can, which might be a place where we throw a lot of that salt, to be honest with you. I mean, we can use it to make water if we have coral, but we just have a crap load of salt, you know what I mean? It would be a good idea to put in some more hatches. So let's get quartz for that. Out of these random... I have materials like rat hold away everywhere. It's crazy. Hey, we could build our big garden down here too, can't we? Where we can get this uraninite out of here. Get this quartz. Need this quartz. Get all that. Yeah, we can build our big garden. This would be a good spot for it, wouldn't it? Because the tree is kind of like a tree of life kind of thing, you know? Yeah. I think that's a solid plan. Again, nuclear is totally unnecessary here because of the vents. But we just did it to do it, you know? Solar obviously won't do anything for you down here. Convenient hatch. We need a convenient hatch. Because, you know, we need to get in. It'd be cool if you could put it on the roof. I don't think you can. No, you can't. Is this where we want it? Like right here? Let's think about this for a minute. It's a shame you can't put it right there. You can put it here, which is, you know, kind of neat. Unorthodox.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, ceiling hatch. Why not? That's pretty cool. Okay. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Plus, you can look up and see the ghost rays floating by. Isn't that neat? Yeah, this is coming together, people. Okay. Let's make some glass. Why do I want glass? Well, I want some windows, dang it. We have this beautiful view. And this is destroying our integrity, but that's fine. The back wall, because, you know, there's not much to see. That'd be a good place to slap some reinforcements, I think. And these add, you know, +7, which is super, super good. Oh, we're running out of stuff. It's okay. I mean, we have a crap load of titanium. We have one more glass. Let's put a window here then. Why not? Why can't we put it there? Maybe because that other thing is in process. In the process, that might be why. That's why. So, yeah. With a view like this, who wouldn't want a nice glassy area? In fact, could we go all out? I don't know. We don't need a dome here. This is our bio-research one. Bio-research, like horticulture room or whatever you want to call it. That's why we have a glass dome. Even though there's no sunlight. We're in pretty good shape here. What can we discover? Crystalline sulfur. That wouldn't be bad. Uraninite, not bad. I'm going to turn it on that and let it cook. All right. So, our horticultural garden. Exterior grow bed. We're going to grow things on the little platform here. Come on, it'll fit. It'll fit. There we go. And we're out of stuff. Anyhow, okay, what are we going to plant? We got stuff. We got ghostweed. We got violet bow. We got a regress shell spiked and a jelly shroom. That sounds good to me. Just plop it in. See what all we can grow here. We have seeds here. Eye stalk. We did that. Rouge cradle. Cave bush. Sounds good to me. Did we do furled tiger plant? I don't know that I want to do tiger plant. But one thing we definitely need to do, well, two things, is this and this. All right, so we have the ghostweed. Okay, I see what all we have here. Now, let's see. What all do we want to put here? We got to be careful about things like creep vine. You know, you might want to put the creep vine on the ground. Remember, we had a problem with that. We did. We did. But if you put it in this corner here, I'm going to save. because I don't know what corner is it going to put it in. Okay, that's fine. That should be okay. Blood oil. Eye stalk. Dude. That should be fine. Give us some interesting stuff going here. Let's see what else we can get. You know, I could have sworn that we had more seeds. Like, there's one called Gabe's Feather I thought we had. We don't have. Unless it's up here. I guess we don't have it. Unless I stuck it somewhere stupid. Oh well, it's fine. We can find one later. I mean, these things are not super important. I just like to do it, you know. It adds interest. And it's kind of a record of our travels, you know. Sea crown. Few acid mushrooms, you know. Sea crown's one of my favorite ones. I love that. And then we have an extra bed here. It's fine. Everything's coming along pretty good. It's pretty. And of course, once these get grown, we can reproduce as many as we like of each of them, you know. Nice to have them handy. Now, you will recall that we have a grow bed over here, which it would behoove me to get the sea glide, looks like. We'll get us a gel sack to put in the growing thing. Okay, so slice it. 1, 2, and then 3, and it's all gone, you see. And then you can pick it up. Let's just replant. And anything else we find, we can plant and grow. And it will be wonderful. And we can always remove them, you know, if they aggravate us. Acid mushroom is a nice one because they don't grow down here. We were going to put a reinforcement over here. I think it's a good idea because I may get window happy again. Boom. All right, let's get the heck out of here. Okay, so the question would be in your mind, if you didn't know what comes next, the question would naturally be, well, what comes next?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So I want to show you, we put a scanner room here. We'll just pop 4 upgrades in there for the range. And we'll see what comes next. So let's pop outside so that we know where we're going. All right, so there's the tree. So that's the way we came in, right? So when we go in the scanner room, we'll roughly be kind of looking where we came in. And then the cave continues on that way. If you're very exploration minded, it would make sense, you know, that you would look back that way. So looking here, this is the way we came in. You see this hole here? Yeah, that's where we came in. The sea dragon skeleton is on that little plateau right there. Okay. You might recognize this. And then we come in. This room here is the tree cove, right? The scanner room is here, of course, the green thing. And if you notice, if we look this way, which is the way the cave goes on, there is a tremendous depth underneath us here. So this is why we need the depth upgrades for the prawn and the Cyclops, because this is the way to go. We're going to be going right through here. And there's some real tricky navigation here, so we're glad we have the sonar. Around this curve. Down, deeper and down to some pretty spooky places, which go on around here and off this way. And you see, the range is trailing off here. We have 4 range upgrades in our scanner room, and we can't really see much that's going on down here, but obviously the cavern just keeps on going. So this is our next location. if we look over here, I don't know if this is going to give us any insight. Probably not, because they haven't really loaded in yet. That's sort of the things you can find. But anyway, well, you know, here's a question that I have. Do the cameras... What are we looking at here?
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Oh, camera 2. Camera 3. All right, camera 2 and camera 1, they're back at the surface base, so they're not helpful. Let's look through camera 3. Can we communicate? Okay, there we go. So here we are. I wonder how far we can take this puppy. So the way to go is this way. There's a light. New scan target detected. So you can use this, apparently, to add targets. I don't know how far we'll be able to drive this. Does the scanner room range upgrade affect how far you can take the cameras? I don't know. We'll find out, won't we? A little over 220 meters now. We dip down into this pool. What might we find? There's some uraninite. Apparently we already had that on the list. And there's more here you can mine if you want to. There's a magnetite. You know, there's things you can get. But past this little tree, there is a tremendous drop-off. Look at that. Tremendous drop-off. Now, you're going to have your depth upgrades for sure here, because we are over 950 meters. This just gives you kind of a preview of what we're going to have to navigate through. These little fellas... not that. That's a new kind of fish. That's a red eye. I think it's called. That's not what I would. These things are going to be the bane of your existence down here. I'll save it till we have to deal with them. Yeah. So you just keep going down, deeper and down, and look here. My goodness. Here's a magma area. Just over 1,000 meters down. Look at that. So you could build you a base here. It's dark as heck. But you could build you a base here if you like to lurk in the shadows. This might be a good place for that. We'll go this way first. Well, I think the range upgrades might very well work for the cameras because, my goodness, we are far away from the scan room. Are we not? I don't know. We're still 200 some meters. I guess we turned around and are going a different way, so maybe coming back around, I guess. So there's some spooky stuff down here. New fish. There's something new. We'll check these out when we come down here. Personally, I just thought it might be fun to use the scanner room cameras and see what we can find. So right in there is where we came in. You see those big waterfalls? Let's keep going this way. And getting the Cyclops through here, because it's so dark, is definitely a camera affair. Sonar helps. Sonar helps because this is actually a pretty small cavern. You can't tell much about it, but it's relatively small. There's that little booger. And we're still doing well on power and stuff. Yeah, here's a narrow spot for the Cyclops to get through. But nothing we can't handle, you know. You got room here to maneuver. Looks like we're starting to lose the signal here. But you see what awaits us We've got a lava area here. Let's see. I could just leave the camera here and pick it up manually. But I tell you what, I'm going to fly it back, and I'll meet you back at the Cyclops. There, you want to get a good look at a warper? There you go. Pretty spooky, huh? Yeah, he's bashful. So essentially, we're going to be going down through a lava tube.